Some of these lessons were really painful to learn, and one of them completely changed how I view relationships. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So this is my birthday week. In honor of my birthday, I am gonna do a video on the 28 things that I've learned in 28 years. I've got my grapes and I've got my coffee, so let's get started. Lesson number 1 is outgrowing friendships. As you get older, it is so common and so normal to outgrow friendships that you have had for a long amount of time. I have also gone through so many friendships that I have outgrown. People experience different things in life, and through experiences is when you grow. You just have to remember that not everyone is meant to grow with you, and you have to release these friendships without any resentment and consider it as part of life. You just have to think of it like this. You're making space for new relationships to come into your life. These relationships are what will align with you as this new woman that you're becoming. Lesson number 2 is being misunderstood. At some point in your life, you will realize that no matter how much you explain yourself, some people will still misunderstand you, and that is completely fine. Not everyone is going to see your heart or your intentions as you see it. As you mature, you realize that true peace comes from knowing who you are and not pleasing other people. The right people in your life will understand you without any explanation given. Lesson number 3 is heartbreak. Heartbreak feels devastating in the moment, but it's one of the biggest and the greatest teachers in life. It really reveals what you truly value in relationships and what you will no longer tolerate. When you're younger, you might feel like heartbreak means that you have failed or you've chosen wrong, but really it's refining your standards. Every experience teaches you something about love, something about yourself, and something about the partner that you really deserve and meets your standard. Lesson number 4 is comparing yourself to other women. Comparison is one of the quickest ways you can lose your confidence. When you're younger, it's easier to believe that everybody is ahead, everybody's doing better than you, they're more successful, more happier, more prettier. The ultimate truth is that everybody is fighting a battle that you can't see. The moment you stop comparing and start focusing on your own growth is when your life actually starts to move forward. Lesson number 5 is struggling with body image. Many women grow up thinking that the purpose of their body is to look good, but over time you start to realize that your body is meant for so much more than just appearance. It quite literally takes you through life, it heals, it adapts, and it takes you through new experiences. Learning to appreciate your body for what it is rather than how it looks is incredibly freeing. The sooner women understand this, sooner they will build a healthier relationship with themselves. Lesson number 6 is starting from zero. At some point in your life, you will have to start something new that you are completely inexperienced at. It might be a career, a business, a fitness journey. Starting from zero can feel really intimidating because you will automatically compare yourself to people that are way ahead of you, but you just have to remember that every expert was once a beginner, and the courage that you have to even begin something, even when you feel unprepared, is eventually what separates the people that grow from people who stay the same. And this links to that first lesson that I mentioned where you outgrow people. Lesson number 7 is financial pressures. Money is one of the biggest stresses that people face in their life. When you're younger, money and finance feels so overwhelming and confusing because people don't teach you how to work with money or how to manage your money properly. But learning about money, finance, saving, investing can be one of the most powerful things that a woman can do. Financial stability doesn't give you happiness, but it gives you freedom and it gives you quality of life. Choosing the safe path. Many women are taught to choose stability over passion, a safe job, a predictable path, or something that feels secure. Now, there's nothing wrong with choosing stability because we all need stability. But sometimes that safe path can make you feel really unfulfilled because it just doesn't align with your deeper goals. And at some point, you really have to question yourself and ask, are you really living the life that you want, or are you living the life that feels safe? So number 9 is changing direction in life. So as we all know, life does not follow a straight line. You might study something and then later down the line you realize that it's not something that you want to do for the rest of your life. You might build a career and then realize that you are getting drawn into a different career. Society can sometimes make you feel like changing directions means that you are a failure. But in reality, you are just so brave to go out and evolve. Changing direction in life is completely fine. Lesson number 10 is being the strong one. Many women, especially elder sisters, grow up being the strong one for other people. The one who solves everyone else's issues, the one that deeply cares about everyone else and carries that emotional weight for their loved ones. That kind of strength is admirable, but carrying that kind of weight for a long period of time can be really exhausting. And a really powerful lesson you learn as you get older is that you can also be supported too. You don't always have to be the strong one. Lesson number 11 is learning to say no. We are taught to be agreeable. We are taught to not really have opinions above other people and to be accommodating. But constantly saying yes to other people can lead you to say no to yourself. Boundaries aren't selfish, it's a form of self-respect. And saying no and creating boundaries are so necessary to protect your peace. Saying no is completely fine. Lesson number 12 is feeling behind in life. There are moments in life where you feel like everybody around you is way ahead of you. Some people get married early, some people go and start their own businesses, some people choose to go traveling. And when you look around and you start comparing yourself, it's so easy to feel behind. But the one thing you have to remember is that life is not a race. We are all on our own path. Everyone's timeline is different. Lesson number 13 is putting other people first. Women are often conditioned to care for others and everybody else around them before themselves. I think kindness and generosity are beautiful qualities to have. However, constantly prioritizing other people can really lead to burnout. I always say this to everybody around me, but you really can't pour from an empty cup. And learning to prioritize your well-being is absolutely essential. Number 14 is imposter syndrome. It's something that I have just realized that I have. I feel like imposter syndrome is something that absolutely everybody goes through, but in some people, it can be more severe. When you work hard and you achieve things, there's a little voice in your head that says you are not good enough. This is imposter syndrome. And yeah, everybody experiences it. But what's important is you have to realize that you have these thinking patterns that your mind is saying to you, and you are taking it in and assuming that it's true. And growth puts you in rooms that you feel uncomfortable in. Lesson number 15 is losing motivation. Now, motivation is that thing that comes and goes. There will always be days where you feel motivated, you feel energized, you feel like you're full of ideas, and there will be days where you don't feel inspired, you have no energy and you're drained and your brain has nothing inside. And what carries you during those times is actually discipline. When motivation goes is when discipline keeps you going. And this is where building habits and routines that are set in stone allows you to keep moving forward even when motivation disappears. Lesson number 16 is building confidence. Confidence isn't something that people are born with. It's built through experiences. It's built through keeping promises to yourself. Every time you challenge yourself or push past a fear or you do something that is initially uncomfortable, that is when the confidence grows. And then over time, you start trusting yourself more. When you trust yourself, you are confident. Lesson number 17 is realizing that not everyone will support you. This one was a really difficult lesson for me to come to terms with. A really difficult lesson in adulthood is realizing and coming to terms with the fact that Not everybody around you wants to celebrate you. Some people become uncomfortable when they see you changing or when they see you outgrowing them. This can be friends, family, siblings, partners. This often reflects their insecurities and how they feel on the inside. Just remember that this honestly has nothing to do with you, and you just have to carry on doing what you're doing. Lesson number 18 is navigating male attention. Now, when you're younger, male attention can feel like validation. But as you mature, you realize that attention alone doesn't mean anything. In fact, it actually means very little. What really matters in life is respect, consistency, and genuine care. Lesson number 19 is hyper independence. Many women become extremely independent when they go through disappointment or betrayal. Now, being independent is a good thing and it is a strength. However, it can also be this protective shield that you use that makes it difficult for you to let go or to trust other people. I really think that true strength is being able to stand alone, but also allowing yourself to receive support. Lesson number 20 is feminine energy. So I touched on this in my last vlog. For many ambitious women, they can be this struggle with being soft and being driven. And society sometimes frames these as opposite. But the truth is, you can be strong, you can be disciplined, you can be driven and still embrace your femininity, being soft and have that emotional depth. You don't have to give up one thing to be something else. You can carry two things at the same time. Lesson number 21 is burnout. Your body and your mind can only handle so much pressure before it starts giving you signals. Ignoring the stress, ignoring the exhaustion, the fatigue can lead to burnout. Learning to listen to your body and take breaks when necessary, it's not weakness, it's wisdom. Lesson number 22 is long-term relationships. Long-term love is very different to the excitement that people see on social media or on TV. It's built on trust, on communication, patience, and commitment. Love is less about the constant excitement and more about choosing each other consistently. Lesson number 23 is starting a business. Building something of your own is really exciting, but it also comes with challenges and it puts you in situations that challenges you in ways that you don't expect. Entrepreneurship really tests your resilience. It forces you to confront fear, self-doubt, and discipline. But it also teaches you how capable you truly are. Lesson number 24 is failing publicly. At some point in life, you will try something and it won't work out the way that you hoped it would. And this might even happen in front of other people. Failure can sometimes feel embarrassing, but it's one of the fastest ways that you can grow. Each mistake carries a lesson that success doesn't teach. So don't be afraid to fail. Lesson number 25 is breaking family patterns. As you get older, you start noticing patterns within families, habits, behaviors, beliefs that get passed down through generations. Growth sometimes requires questioning those patterns and choosing a different path. Breaking cycles is really not easy, but it can change the future and generations. Lesson number 26, and I am so big on this, is protecting your peace. Peace becomes one of the most valuable things in adulthood. Protecting your mental and emotional well-being means that you distance yourself from negativity, drama, and environments that drain you. And choosing peace sometimes requires making a difficult decision, such as ending friendships. Lesson number 27 is accepting that not everyone will like you. Do you know, it's so natural to want everyone to like you. Pleasing everyone is actually impossible. And the more you try to do this, the more you lose yourself. Being authentic will attract the right people and filter out the wrong people. The last and final lesson is becoming the woman that you once needed. At some point, you will look back and realize that many of the lessons that you learned them without any guidance. And over time, you slowly become that woman that you once needed. Someone stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. And I think that's so powerful. So guys, those were the 28 lessons that I want to pass on to you so that you can become more self-aware, make better decisions, and that you can become one step closer to the woman that you want to be. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.